Welcome back to Deacon English Podcast.
It's great to be back. Today we're diving into something really useful, I think.
Absolutely. You know that feeling on Monday morning, or maybe when you see a classmate after the weekend.
Yeah, that moment where you want to chat, be friendly, but what do you actually say?
Exactly. And often, the easiest, friendliest way to start is just talking about the weekend.
It really is. It's like a universal starter topic, isn't it?
So today, that's our focus. How to talk about your weekend in English easily and naturally.
We want you to sound comfortable, like you do this all the time when you're chatting with colleagues or, friends from school.
We'll cover some simple questions, easy answers, those important reaction words.
And we'll do some practice dialogues too, so you can hear how it all fits together. Sound good?
Sounds perfect. This is Beacon English Podcast.
And our goal really is to help you use English confidently, starting today.
So, talking about the weekend, why is this such a big thing in English conversations? It feels almost automatic sometimes.
Well, it's classic small talk, isn't it? Small talk is polite conversation about everyday things. It's not deep, not serious.
Right, it's friendly. And the weekend, well, everyone has one, so everyone usually has something to say, even if it's small.
Exactly. It's what we call an icebreaker. It helps start the conversation smoothly, especially, like you said, on a Monday morning. It breaks the ice, warms things up.
And it's safe, too. You're not asking about anything too personal or difficult. It keeps things light.
That's a really key point. It's friendly, but also has boundaries. You're asking about the last 2 days, not their whole life story.
Yeah, nobody expects a 10-minute speech. Just a quick, friendly exchange.
And from a learning point of view, it's brilliant. Think about it. When you talk about what you did, you naturally practice the past tense.
Oh, yeah. You have to use words like went, watched, cooked, visited. All those simple past verbs.
Right. Things like I stayed home.
Or I watched a movie. Simple, clear, and uses that past tense naturally.
It gets you using grammar in a real situation, not just, filling in blanks in a textbook.
Which builds confidence so much faster, I think.
Definitely. And, just sharing a little something, maybe you relaxed, maybe you went somewhere, it shows a bit of your personality.
True. It helps people connect, even in a small way. It's not just grammar practice. It's about building that little bit of rapport, that friendly feeling.
And don't worry if it feels simple at first. That's the whole point. You're doing great. Keep going.
Okay, so let's get into the practical stuff. What are the actual words and phrases we need?
Let's build a sort of key phrase bank. We'll go through some basics. Maybe you can repeat them quietly after us as we go.
Good idea. First up, activity words.
Yeah.
These are the verbs, the action words that tell people what you did.
Okay, let's list a few common ones. Repeat after me. Rest.
Relax.
Go out.
Watch a movie.
Visit family.
Cook.
Clean.
Travel.
These are really common, right? Things lots of people do.
Definitely. And now, let's put them into simple past tense sentences. This is how you'd actually use them.
So using rest, you'd say, I rested at home.
Using watch a movie. I watched a movie.
Visit family. I visited my parents. Or I visited my sister.
Cook. I cooked dinner.
And travel. I traveled to another city.
See how they use that simple past tense? Often it's just adding ed, but some are irregular, like go becomes went.
Exactly. Now, how do you ask someone about their weekend? There are a few really natural ways.
The most common is probably, how was your weekend?
Yeah, super common, very friendly. Another one is, what did you do?
A bit more direct, asking about activities.
You can also ask simpler yes-no style questions like, did you go anywhere?
Or the opposite, did you stay home?
These last two are great if you're maybe a bit nervous, because the answer can start with a simple yes or no.
And a little tip here, your tone of voice is really important. Try to sound friendly, maybe smile a little when you ask.
Yeah, small talk isn't just about the words, it's about the feeling, the warmth, that friendly rhythm.
Okay, so we know how to ask, and we have some activity words. What about answering?
Right, answering. Let's keep it simple and positive, or maybe neutral.
If it was good, you could say, it was great.
Or maybe more calm. It was relaxing.
Another really common one is, pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good is very natural. Or if you didn't do much, not bad, I just stayed home.
Not bad is useful, isn't it? It's polite, means things were okay.
Exactly. Or maybe you needed the rest. Quiet, I needed a break.
These are all good, simple starting points for your answer.
But the conversation doesn't stop there, does it? When someone tells you about their weekend, you need to react.
Ah, yes, the reactions. These are so important. They show you're listening and interested. It keeps the conversation flowing.
Definitely. If they say they did something fun, you could say, that sounds fun.
Or just showing surprise or interest. Really?
If they did something you also did, or like doing, oh, me too.
A simple, general, positive reaction. That's nice.
And if they mention food, like they cooked something or went to a nice cafe.
The classic. Yum.
Yeah, it's simple, but it shows you're connecting with what they said. These little reactions are like conversational glue.
Okay, this is great. We have questions, answers, activities, reactions. Let's try putting it all together. Maybe we can do a quick example.
Good idea. Like, we're just chatting now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, how was your weekend?
Oh, it was actually really nice. Pretty active, though. I went hiking up on Mount Fairview.
Oh, wow. That sounds amazing. Was the weather good? See, I used a reaction and a follow-up question.
You did. Perfect. And yeah, the weather was beautiful, really sunny. We stopped at a little cafe on the way back down. What about you? How was your weekend?
Mine was much quieter, which was nice too. I basically stayed home, cooked a big Sunday dinner, and watched a couple of movies.
That sounds perfect, quiet and cozy. Needed that sometime.
Definitely. So, see how that worked? Even though our weekends were different, one active, one relaxing the conversation flowed easily.
Exactly. It's the structure. Ask, answer with a detail, react, ask back. That keeps it going.
And remember, everyone's weekend is different, but it is easy to talk about. You are practicing great skills just by trying these simple chats.
Absolutely. Okay, let's try another scenario. This time, imagine two coworkers meeting on Monday morning by the coffee machine.
Okay, like maybe Sarah and Paul.
Right, so Sarah could start, hey, Paul, how was your weekend?
Paul might say, pretty good, I went hiking.
Sarah reacts and asks more. Oh, nice. Where did you go?
Paul gives a bit more detail. Green Hill Park, it was sunny.
Sarah reacts again. That sounds great. Then she shares her own news. I stayed home and cooked.
Now Paul reacts and asks her a follow-up. Cool, what did you make?
Sarah answers, homemade pizza.
And Paul finishes with that friendly reaction. Yum, save me a slice.
See, a very short chat, maybe 30 seconds, but it's friendly, uses the phrases, asks follow-up questions.
Yeah.
It totally works.
It really does. It's complete, they connected, shared a little, kept it light. Perfect Monday morning stuff.
Now, there's something else we need to touch on. A common thing learners sometimes miss. It's about making sentences sound complete.
Ah, yes. Sometimes learners drop the small words, right? Like a or the or to.
Exactly. You might hear someone say, I went park, or I watched movie.
It's understandable, you know the meaning, but it doesn't sound quite natural, does it?
Right. The natural way needs those little words. Compare, I went park with.
I went to the park. Maybe add more detail. I went to the park with my friends. Much more complete.
And compare, I watched movie with.
I watched a movie. It just flows better.
It really does. Those small words, articles like a and prepositions like to, at, in, they make your English sound smoother and more natural.
Should we do a quick practice with that, like a mini drill?
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, I'll say the simple version, missing the small words. You, listening, try to say the natural, complete version out loud. Ready?
Okay, first one, I went restaurant. Pause twos.
What's the fix? It should be, I went to a restaurant. Or maybe I went to the restaurant, if it's a specific one.
Good. Next one, I read book. Pause twos.
And the fix is, I read a book.
One more. I visited a friend. Pause twos.
Should be, I visited a friend, or I visited my friend.
Great. Adding those small words really makes a difference in sounding more confident and, well, complete.
It's a small change with a big impact on fluency.
Okay, let's talk about culture and politeness. Small talk has rules, even if they're not written down.
Absolutely. Some key dos and don'ts. First, a big do. Ask your questions with a genuine warm tone. We mentioned the smile, the friendly rhythm.
Yeah, it shows you actually care, even if it's just a light chat. It's about building that connection. The way you ask matters as much as the words.
Definitely. Now, a really important don't just give one-word answers.
Yes. If someone asks, how was your weekend? And you just say, good. It kind of stops the conversation, doesn't it?
It really does. It feels a bit cold, maybe like you don't want to talk. Always try to add one simple detail.
So instead of just good, say,
good, I relaxed at home. Or, good, I saw some friends. Just that little extra bit makes a huge difference. It gives the other person something to respond to.
it keeps the conversation going. It's like passing the conversational ball back to them.
That's a great way to put it. And another do, offer a reaction when they finish speaking.
Like we practiced. That sounds fun. Or, oh, nice. It shows you listened and you appreciate them sharing.
It validates their experience, makes them feel heard. Super important for rapport.
So Warm tone, add a detail, give a reaction. Simple rules, but they make the conversation work.
Exactly. Now, what happens when things go wrong? Because, real conversations aren't always perfect.
Good point. Someone you don't understand or someone speaks too fast. What can you do?
Okay, common problem number one. The speaker is talking too fast. It happens.
What's a polite way to ask them to slow down?
You can say, "Excuse me, could you please speak slowly?" Polite, clear, and focuses on the speed.
Okay, that's useful. Problem 2. You just didn't hear a word or phrase. It was too quiet or there was noise. Misheard it.
Right. A good phrase is, "Sorry, I didn't catch that. Could you repeat it?"
Didn't catch that. Sounds natural. Much better than just, what?
Yeah, much more polite. Okay, problem 3. You heard the words, but you don't understand the meaning of something specific. Maybe a new word.
How can you ask for clarification?
Simple and direct. What does the word mean? For example, sorry, what does hiking mean?
Perfect. It helps you learn and keeps the conversation going.
These phrases are really empowering, aren't they? They give you control when communication gets tricky. You don't have to just panic or stay silent.
Absolutely. Knowing how to handle those moments makes you feel much more confident overall.
Okay, shall we move on to some practice drills? Let's really try to get these phrases feeling automatic.
Yes, let's do some shadowing. Remember, shadowing is when you repeat right after us. Try to copy the pronunciation and the rhythm.
We'll do 2 drills. First one, slow shadowing. Focus on saying every word clearly. There will be a short pause after each line for you to repeat. Ready?
Okay. Drill 1, slow. Repeat after me. How was your weekend? Pause 2s.
I stayed home and relaxed. Pause 2s.
That sounds nice. Pause 2s.
Let's go out next weekend. Pauses 2s.
How did that feel? Doing it slowly helps get the sounds right.
Now, drill 2. We'll say the same lines, but a little faster. Focus more on the flow, the rhythm of the conversation. Shorter pauses this time. Ready?
How was your weekend? Pause 1s.
I stayed home and relaxed. Pause 1s.
That sounds nice. Pause 1s.
Let's go out next weekend. Pause 1s.
Excellent. Don't worry about being perfect. Every time you repeat, your pronunciation and fluency get better. Seriously, practice is key.
It really is. That repetition builds muscle memory for your mouth and your brain.
Okay, time for a quick quiz. Just 3 questions to check what we've learned. Ready?
Let's do it. Question 1. Asking about the weekend, what's a natural way to ask? Is it A, how was your weekend? Or B, what you do weekend?
Think about it. A or B?
The answer is A, how was your weekend, is the natural grammatically correct way.
Okay, question 2. Answering. What's another natural way to say it was good? Is it A, pretty relaxing, or B, a good weekend?
A or B, which sounds more natural.
The answer is A. Pretty relaxing is a great natural answer. A good weekend isn't grammatically correct.
Right. Last one, question 3. Responding. If someone tells you about their weekend and you say, "That sounds fun," what might they say back to you?
What's a likely reply to, that sounds fun?
They might say something like, "Yeah, it was great," or "It really was," or just "Thanks."
Yeah.
Something positive, agreeing.
Perfect. Just a quick check. Hope that helped reinforce things.
So let's do a quick recap of everything. It feels like we covered a lot, but it boils down to simple steps.
Yeah, basically we learned how to start the chat. How was your weekend? Or what did you do?
We learned simple ways to answer using activity words in the past tense, like I watched a movie or I visited family, and common answers like it was nice, pretty good, it was relaxing.
And crucially, those reaction words to show you're listening. That sounds fun, really. Yeah, nice.
And the politeness tips add detail, use a warm tone, react, plus how to fix problems if you don't understand.
It's a complete toolkit for this very common conversation.
The key now is practice. Keep going over these phrases until they feel really automatic. That's how fluency grows when you don't have to think so hard about every single word.
So here's a final call to action for you listening. Right now, or later today, mentally answer the question, what did you do last weekend? Try saying it out loud using the phrases we practiced.
Even just thinking it through helps. Every small conversation, every bit of practice makes your English stronger. Don't be afraid to try it out next time you have the chance.
Absolutely. Keep smiling, keep speaking, and keep practicing. You've got this.
Definitely. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you next time.
Goodbye for now.